Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Calimar White, and I'm rocking with Geek Plus Magazine, the hottest magazine in the DFW. Yes, sir. So I got into comedy is like when after I did my time, my little bid in Florida, I got out with a plan. I was like, you know what? I'm a rap for 5 years. I got out 2012. I was like, I'm a rap for 5 years, see where it goes. The shit ain't going nowhere. That shit brought in depression, and like it was on the 5th year too. Like I wasn't where I wanted to be. I just thought I was cold too. So one day I looked at my baby mama, cause she was too supportive. You feel me? And what I mean by that, she was like buying studio time, just using all the rent money and the light bill money on all my little career, just invest, which I was cool with, cause I seen she was down for me. But that shit used to have me mad, cause now like we sitting in the dark listening to my music. You feel me? So one day I just looked at it like, I'm finna start talking about your ass. Like, you got me fucked up. So I wrote some material down, what we going through. I called a few comedy clubs to see who allow you to be yourself, like allow you to curse, say the word nigga and shit like that. You feel me? So I could just be myself. The only club that allowed you to do that was the Arlington Improv. So I went out there, they did open mics on Tuesday. So I went out there like 2-3 weeks in a row just to check it out. So when I realized, I seen that nobody wasn't getting no laughs, my company just went up, because I'm like, I know I can make somebody in this bitch laugh. Like, I know I can make somebody laugh. So I had my material together. The next week I went, which was October 17, 2017, my first time ever doing stand-up. And shit, I had people, they only gave us 4 minutes though, but I had people laughing like throughout my whole set, and like I never stopped since. My style of comedy, I would say ghetto wittiness, meaning that one, like, first of all, like I don't go up there like telling jokes. Like when I write my jokes, it's like because I found the shit funny. Like when I thought about it, it made me laugh, and I'm hard to make laugh. Like it's hard to even make myself laugh. So when I think about some shit, like, and it's funny to me, it make me laugh, I'ma write it down. Like I don't be writing my jokes in the perspective like, damn, I wonder if they think this gonna be funny, or how can I, how should I say this? You feel me? Like to please this type, like I'm saying whatever the fuck funny to me. So ghetto wittiness, cause I'm talking about the hood, like that's where I come from. You feel my St. Pete, Florida, Bethel Heights, you already know. That's where I come from. So all my jokes be just like ghetto, but wittiness. Like you will hear the writing in my material, if that makes sense. Yeah, so ghetto wittiness. You will hear, man, this is what I want to say. You will hear, like when you hear my jokes, you will hear that I took my time writing that shit. It ain't just like, I'm saying like ain't nobody coming up with shit I'm coming up with, you feel me? So yeah. The people I look up to in the comedy industry, one is Mike Epps. I've been following him since I was like, 12, 13 years old. When he did the special, nigga had the blue shirt on, he impersonated Montel. Like that's my auntie favorite joke. Then I would say Lil Duval. Yeah, cause I've been following Lil Duval since I lived in Jacksonville 2000. Like when I moved to Jacksonville in 2000, like I've been following him since, cause he dropped a DVD called Dat Boy Funny, and it was a DVD full of skits. So he been like ahead of his time, like way back in the day. So yeah, him, Jamie Foxx, like he just the ultimate comedian. He the acting, the motherfucking music, the stand up, like all comedians aspire to go the route he went, and he going. So yeah, Jamie Foxx. I have to say, Robert Harris from Bebe's Kids. You got to watch his stand up. Like that nigga is a beast. Robert Harris is a beast. My fifth comedian, I don't know. It's Carlos Miller, cause he a young OG. Like everybody look at Carlos Miller and think like he just got in the game, but he been putting the work since like Comic View days. So yeah, Carlos Miller. What keep me authentic in this industry is coming up with my own material, staying to myself, and not listening. Like one thing about me, like if you on my level, like I ain't listening to you. Like I hate when people on my level try to give me advice. Like yeah, one dude, this nigga told me he don't even do video. He told me yeah, you need to start doing like 5 videos a week. I ain't put out 1 video. You feel me? Like so, I listen to people like who above me, like who like in a position where I'm trying to get at. Like if you on my level, like that should be one ear and not the other, cause it's like you feel me, like you ain't doing it, so why nigga I'ma do it? So yeah, that keep me authentic, just like taking my own advice, but also taking constructive criticism from my peers. Yeah. My first like big time person I worked with was Lavelle Crawford, and we was at the Arlington Improv, and one of the managers at the Arlington Improv, he don't like me because of how I did it. Like Lavelle Crawford, he was just standing in the lobby, and I just walked up to him and asked, "Can I get some time? I'm a comedian." So he was like, "Are you funny?" And I was like, "Yeah." So he was like, "All right, come back tomorrow. You gonna put you on the first show." So then the manager, he come up to me like, hey, I'm thinking he proud of me and shit, cause I'm following my dream. He was like, "Yeah, man, how you pulled that off?" Like the nigga standing right there watching me the whole time. So he like, "Yeah, how you pulled that off?" So I told him like, I just walked up to him and asked him. So then he gonna tell me, "Yeah, next time, man, you gotta go through me. You gotta go through us. Just don't be walking up on him." So I'm like, so you want me to like ask you to follow my dreams, nigga, so you can tell me no, shoot me down? Like, nigga, he right here. I'm finna go ask him. So that was the first big person I stood open up for. And then it was Michael Blatch, and then it was D-Ray Davis, and then it was Carlos Miller and Mike Epps. And then I'm performing with Mike Epps August 13th, the weekend of August 13th in Pittsburgh at the Pittsburgh Improv. Some comedians I want to work with, I want to say Dave Chappelle, Lil Duval, that's about it. I be working with them on. Like the ones I want to work with, like I don't work with them. So, and they know me by my first. That's what make me feel good when they see me and they know me by my name. Like these my peers I look up to. I'm trying to get on their level. So you just keep being around, keep being in the mix. You feel me? Like shit, it eventually pop off. I don't know. It be impulse.
Okay.
Like if it come to me, I gotta hurry up and jot it down, or it won't be funny later on, even though it was funny at that moment. And that's another thing about my joke. Like when I perform my jokes, like I gotta sometimes I be forgetting that I'm performing. So while I'm up there, like one of my jokes, it'll come across lackadaisical when it don't supposed to be like that. You feel me? Because I still gotta perform it, and the reason being is because I don't performed it so many times. It made me feel like that, but I gotta still understand that it's a crowd out here who's seeing it for the first time. So that's why I gotta always continue to perform the joke instead of just up there thinking like, damn, I don't perform this shit so many times. Let me just hurry up and go and get it out. You feel me? So yeah. How can I mentor a comedian, and would I mentor a comedian? A lot of these comedians they call me right now asking me for advice and stuff like that. So I give it to them, and it make me feel good that like they want to call me. You feel me? I don't know what their intention is, but it's just like I know I get my blessing from doing my part. So yeah, it be a few of them that reach out to me. I like doing that. And I be brutally honest too. Like this one comedian female, like she started messing with me because I seen her perform, and then she asked me. She was like, "Yeah, how you think my performance on the scale of 1 to 10?" And I guess she thought because she was cute, like I was like that bill like a 3. You feel me? So then ever since then, like, and this when I had first started doing comedy, so I guess she looked at me like, nigga, who is you? Like, you just started type shit. You giving me a 3? Like, but so she started like fucking with me and shit like that. So now she see where I'm at now. Now she be asking me, hey, I got this joke I want to run by you and shit like that. You feel me? So I was like, let me hear it. That bitch still a 3. You feel me? You give my ass a 3, bitch. I got 2 misconceptions of comedy. I'm glad you asked that, because the first misconception, right? First I'm gonna start with the original misconception, which is people think comedy, like, people forget that it's a skill. Like with comedy, you ain't just going up there like just talking and shit like that. It's really like you writing a song. See, when I write my comedy in the form of battle rap. Cause battle rap right now, like how battle rap used to be back in the day, like niggas just in your face, just rapping back and forth and all that stuff. Like it ain't like that no more. It's like niggas is up there performing. You feel me? They gotta have their performance together. They gotta have the bars together, delivery, the punchline, the metaphors, and all that. And you gotta perform that shit. And it's 3 rounds too. So you gotta perform 3. You gotta remember that shit. So when I write my comedy in the form of that. And that's a misconception that people had, that you can just go over there and just talk because you funny around your family and your home. But it's really a skill. Like you gotta know how to write a joke. And it, like I said, it's like writing songs. When you hear my joke, you will hear the setup, you will hear the premise, you will hear the delivery, and then you will hear the punchline and a couple ad-libs after that. And then another misconception, the second misconception, is the whole the times we living in now. You feel me? Like with the skits, the internet, and all that stuff. A misconception people have about that. People think they can comedy. People think because you doing the internet skit, you can take that to the stage. When really you can't, because when you doing the skit, I do skits, so I know how it is. You know how many times like you can just press stop and then record the bitch over and do it over again till you feel like it's perfect. When you on the stage performing stand up, you only get 1 take. Ain't no stop and I'm finna do it over. You gotta make these folks laugh right on the spot. So that's a misconception, you know, like people take from the comedy, like they can easily transition from the internet to the stage, and it's not like that. And that's where I got the advantage at, because I started off doing stand up, and then I seen how niggas were hating on me out here. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just take my talents to the internet. And everything you see me do, like I was self-taught. Like them skits I be putting out, I taught myself how to do everything, edit, all the little voiceovers, all that. You feel me? I taught myself how to do all that. So yeah, that's a big misconception. You cannot take that internet shit to the stage. Okay, I go by the name of Calimar White. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Calimar_White. That's CALIMAR_White. Facebook, Calimar White. TikTok, Calimar_White. And that's it. YouTube, Calimar White. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. And download my song. Go on Apple, all the music streaming platform, type in Calimar White, fuck my job, because I don't never do shit at work. That's my song. I don't never do shit at work. I'm in here just in company time. I might just take me an extra break. I might eat somebody lunch today.